Let's see how I do that one. Testing, can you hear me? Okay, cool. I'm mostly right now just figuring out okay. I want to see how this goes, I suppose. Let's see. What happens if I do this? Check. Too big there. Alright, there you go. Okay. I wanted to check and see what it looked like when I did this. If I'm doing Minecraft, I don't think I can do video. My computer will revolt and possibly kneel over and die. But I thought it'd be fun to go ahead and show everyone my single player world. I was inspired to make a world I keep coming back to by Nico. Might be Nico Talks. I don't remember his username. I'll figure it out and put it in the description. But I mod. I don't make mods. I like playing on mods. It's more fun. So this one has outside of the like backup ones that help everything run correctly, the most important is better end, better nether, clutter, falling tree, go fish, just enough items, nether sheep, and origins. Oh, and towns and towers. That one's important too. I'll share the whole list at some point, but that's what I got right now. Okay, so here's my world. Okay, so important information about the world. Let me go get the book. Yes, I wrote a book for it because even though this is a single player world, I am in fact an author, and so I world build a lot. I figured I would show you guys and maybe read the book out loud. It should be over here. Okay. That's a secondary book. Okay. Clutter is so great. I like being able to sit in a chair. Okay, so the Falimier. I did not think through the name when I made it. So here's the table of contents of what's in my book. Introduction to the Pantheon, the Creator, Children of the Creator, Voidla, Grandchildren of the Creator, and honoring the Falimier. We're not going to go into that part. That part's just for me and for fun. Okay, so to start with, a note, this world is... okay, so this world has gone through several... Oh goodness, sorry, I'm stretching because I just woke up. Has gone through several ages. The first age is the age of the lovers, which is the two creators, the parents of most of the gods, and grandparents of the ones who aren't their children. And it was a time of great peace. Universa and Voidla loved each other, and they ended up talking and deciding to make the world. So they made the whole world. Let me actually go to this. I think it talks about it. Okay, so the Falimier are the gods of this world and the dimensions that touch it. Each governs an aspect of existence, a family that works together to provide for the beings of this world that Universa gifted them the ability to love and be loved by. Each god is tasked to seek out what they will be the caretaker of. So over countless ages, their actions shape the history of the overworld, known as Oppervale, the Nether, Hilber, and the End, Stalicia. Their stories explain the origins of ordinary and wondrous things. Nothing was as impactful, however, as the jealous war and the resurgence of envy. There's a whole book that will go into this at some point. I just haven't written it yet because sometimes I don't feel like writing and I need a break. So I wanted to share before that happened. So anyway, so Universa and Voidla had or created the other gods and the world. So the world came first because Voidla is the god of expanses. So everything is kind of built around that. And Universa is the universe and creation and everything. Let's see. What was I saying? Oh, right. So, back when everything was happening, each one found something to care for, and one god decided that he was not very happy with what he had found to love and be loved by. And his name was Toyja. He's also called the Jealous One. He's the god of treasure, chaos, eventually mobs, theft, and jealousy. At this point in history, he's not the god of mobs, theft, or jealousy. So, he becomes jealous of Crystallis, who is known as Queen of the Dark. People don't really say her name unless it's a funeral or something, but the Queen of the Dark is the god of death, rebirth, cycles, and Stalicia, also means the end. Toyja became jealous that she had this power over the NPCs and everything, the villagers, and decided that he wanted that power, and so he rebelled for the first time. So the way that he rebelled is... One second, let me pull up my notes. Should have pulled it up sooner. Shoot. Did I delete it? Oh, I deleted it. Okay. Anyway, so at this point, becomes jealous. There's an attack, and Toijer attacks, harms, and steals a piece of the Queen of the Dark. The Queen of the Dark is also the Ender Dragon. Okay, just to be clear. So the Queen of the Dark, the End Dragon, loses, in my thoughts, one of the sets of wings. I think she had 2 sets of wings. This is just in this world, okay? This is not like Minecraft canon. Gotcha. Stole one of the sets of the wings and tried to wear it himself. However, this is the first instance where a god is born not of Universa and Voidla. So he tries to wear the wings, and this new god is born called Wake. Wake is a god of undeath, a part of Crystallis, the stolen dead, basically. So Wake is... Okay, first of all, Wake is not evil. I wrote that in here on purpose. One second, let me go to it. Okay, Wake. Parents for Crystallis and Toijer. The domains are undead, fear, restless death, the deep dark. The deep dark comes in later. So Wake is not evil. Wake is a being who was born from stolen power and suffering, and they were kept close to Toijer for the majority of their life. So they lived in great fear. So all of the undead who raise are afraid, and so that's why they attack people. Wake is not known to Crystallis yet, until later in this world, because it's gonna come into the point where it'll all make sense. Okay, I promise. Okay, so then the moment comes that Universa, as holding the last bit of power shared between Universa and Voidla, creates the Wanderer, Lost. So Lost, or technically Leosta. Leosta is the god of journeys, pathways, portals, and exploration. When Leosta is born, they start creating the ruined portals, and that's when nether portals come, the end portal appears. Leosta is the caretaker of those. Leosta is important because when they build these portals, they and Zuli end up having... Not Zuli. They and Flytra end up having Iliosia. Iliosia is mixed things and blended environments, things like that. So Iliosia is born as like the symbol of what happens where worlds meet, and that comes important because the birth of Leosa is when Toijer's comes back out of hiding, where it's discovered that he's the one who's cursed Voidla into a eternal sleep. Remember, Voidla is the lover of Universa. So Voidla is cursed into an eternal sleep, and Toijer has stolen some of his bones to try and build himself a perfect soldier. It's made of their bones, and Toijer tore out his own heart in hopes that that would make the person obedient to him. And that created Plegawa, or Pelegua. Pelegua is only referred to as ancient by mortals in this world because it's thought that to invoke his actual name will cause you to die. His domain is poison, sickness, withers, skeletons, and naga. Yes. Okay. Peligua ends up escaping from Toyger because Toyger tries to do the same thing that he did to Wake and keep this deadly god close to him and teach it to obey and fear him. But Wake takes the first step towards freedom and says, I'm not going to allow that, and helps Peligua to escape. So Wake and Peligua manage to make it where Peligua escapes. That's when the first wither skeletons come into being. A combination of their power, and Toyger has to go back into hiding with Wake. Okay, so timeline so far. Universa and Voidla love each other, make the world. Gods are born. Toyger, gods begin being worshipped as they find what they are meant to love and be loved by. Oh no, love and be loved by. Okay, Toyger gets jealous. Toyger steals from Crystal. Crystalis, sorry. Crystalia is the end. Crystalis. Wake is born. Toyger loses the rebellion, goes into hiding, taking Wake with him. Over those centuries in hiding, figures out how to curse Voidla into an eternal sleep. Voidla is now in eternal sleep. Universa is alone, so Universa is kind of pulled back. Also, according to random lore, according to this, Universa is the one who tells you the end poem. Hence everything. Let's see. Okay, so Universa now grieving Voidla, but still loves creation and her children. Okay, so Voidla in eternal sleep. Peligua is now born. Peligua is born. Wake and Peligua figure out how to get Peligua away from Toyger. Toyger and Wake then go back into hiding. Finally, Wake manages to figure out how to get himself free. This is the important part. He runs and hides himself in the depths of the earth. He then makes the deep dark, hence the deep dark being what it is. He's so afraid all the time that he creates the sensors to tell when someone's coming. In this world, my headcanon is that the sensors also go off to great amounts of like divine power. Go figure. And the warden is the guardian of Wake. Wake is afraid all the time, and so the warden keeps Wake safe. Okay. Talked about Wake. Toyger is so angry that he tries to rebel again immediately. He's like, this is my only chance. No one's going to expect it from me because I don't even have my soldier with me anymore. And so he manages to injure Leosta in this. And when he injures Leosta, they have their final child, which is the final grandchild is born, which is Pelaju. It's corrupted communities. It's the place where meetings and thresholds become corrupted. I'll talk to you about Stave in a second. Stave in a second. Okay, so Leosta is now injured and in hiding. He lost between worlds, scattered into many pieces. Not in like a cut up way, in like the Rick Riordan's gods can separate themselves into many pieces. Leosta has done that to heal. So Leosta did that. The portals malfunction, and that's where this part of the world comes in. So there's a ruined nether portal near here, and there's an end portal. I relocated both to work for my story, but they were here originally, okay? So, Leosta vanished, portals glitched, and suddenly this person, who is an avian from the nether, their house, garden, and research all appear in the overworld. Originally, there was no fence, okay? So I just need to tell you that there was no fence originally. They just appeared here, and that was bad because Leap has ovis atre, which are nether sheep, which are obligate carnivores, but they will eat grass and fungi, okay? Just as a heads up. So this portal glitched, and then the other side is, okay, remember, this is a single player. There is no one who lives in that house. I just wanted Leap, which is the name of the character here, to have a friend, okay? So Leap's friend lives over there. That's Loom. Loom is a spiderling from the end. They lived near the end portal, and the end portal glitched and brought them and their gardens here as well. Okay. That information is done. Hold on. Okay. That's the history of the whole world up to now. Okay, so now the actual other gods. So the gods you have not heard of so far. So Universa, no title, known as the god of creation, existence in the universe. Crystallis is queen of the dark, god of cycles, death, rebirth cycles, and Stalicia. Toiser is known as the jealous one. He's god of treasure, chaos, mobs when he doesn't succeed in killing Crystallis. He makes mobs because he's angry. Leosta, who is currently lost. Stave. Yes, it's named after Steve because I think I'm funny. Sorry. Sometimes he's called Steve, usually in the overworld. He's god of communities, villagers of any dimension, civilization, and settlements. Then you have Ember, who's also known as the Flame Wraith one. God of fire, blazes, heat, transformation. Piglin tend to pray to them and honor them, but Ember is technically mother of blazes or creator of blazes. I haven't decided the gender yet. Might have no gender. Zuli is god of magic, enchanting, and potions. Gleza is known as the joyous one. Blessings, joy, impulsivity. Created slimes because they thought it was funny. And then frogs immediately after because they're like, okay, wait, even funnier. Flelytra is the winged dreamer, god of dreams, sleep, imagination, birds, flight, elytra, and phantoms. And then Zida, who has no title, is the god of plants, fungi, and the persistence of life. So, a god who's considered to be sleeping is the love of Universa. That's Voidla, the god of expanses like oceans, lava seas, the void, and vast distances. Grandchildren. Most of these children were formed from hatred held by Toiser and the harm that he caused the Falimie. They are still loved by Universa and still blessed with the capability of being loved by the world. Eloisa, child of Leosta and Flelytra, is of hybrids, mixed things, and blended environments, child of possibilities and connection, the embodiment of what happens when worlds meet. Wake is child of Crystallis and Toiser. Domains are undead, fear, restless death, the deep dark. Wake is not evil. Wake is a being born from stolen power and suffering and raised in fear. Their fear shapes the undead. Pelagua, who is referred to as Inktrip, parents are Voidla and Toiser. Even though they're technically a child of Voidla, the children of Universa is the main branch. Grandchildren are anyone who does not have a direct connection to Universa, like within 1-to-1. Okay. Domains are poison, sickness, withers, wither skeletons, and naga. Naga are a thing from Better Nether. I'll show you guys at some point. Pelagua is born from stolen pieces of Voidla and the corruption of Toiser. It's not safe to use his true name as a mortal. And then we have Pelaju, whose parents are Leosta and Toiser. Domains are corrupted communities and pillagers. Child of stolen connection. Stave represents community through belonging. Pelaju represents that twisted by hostility. It's not so much that the community doesn't exist, it's that they hurt others instead of inviting them and welcoming them to the community. Okay, so they're not honored by a single tradition. Communities, cultures, and even just families across the dimensions have developed different customs, prayers, and rituals depending on the aspect of creation and its guardian they live near or in honor of. It's not so much asking for favor or a blessing, but to recognize the importance of their corner of creation. These gods are not separate from the world, they're the forces that shape it still. There's a book that I also have that talk about practices that honor the familiar. We're not going through that one, even though I grabbed it. So that is the background and the pantheon of this world. At some point, I'm gonna write the actual mythos down. I haven't done that yet. Sorry. I found these at a couple villages that I've run to. So these 3 will eventually hold mythology, and I've got enough that I can make more if I need. Okay. Don't ask. That was the weirdest glitch of all time. In fact, let me put it away before I forget that they're in here. I was making one name tag called Chickadee for my chicken that was born here. This is Chickadee. At one point, there was also a bunch of silk moths who got into my house somehow and were living in under my enchanting room in the music disc room. Which, by the way, Better End has 4 custom music discs. It's amazing. I'm listening to this one next. Let's see. Y'all can listen with me. It's not like I'm streaming this live, so it's okay. I can put the credits. I also don't know who made it. Sorry, it just came with the mod. Okay, so my house. Let me go out and show you guys the house. So usually I go out the back, but technically the character Leap goes to the village every morning. The village is over there. Remember, Leap is an avian because I got tired of falling off my house and dying because I'm prone to just leaping off my house, okay? Okay, so here's my house. The Avis Atre very rarely come out here, but I put the gate high anyway because, let me tell you, they are little escape artists. Okay, so this is my house. Came from the nether, hence why it's overgrown and everything. Let's see, when you come in, you have my plant here. I need to put another one on this side, I just haven't yet. And here's my kitchen. I've got places to sit, my furnace, stone cutter, cauldron, crafting table, hangout area / dining room, library. This one is random blocks that I haven't sorted yet. So then when you go upstairs, you get, sorry y'all, you get my bedroom. This was a bed I stole from the village. This is various plants and the emeralds, which I just mined some recently. Music room. Anyway. Sometimes I get stuck in the roof, it's okay. Okay, so enchanting room. Cool, right? Works pretty well. I'm not here to optimize. I'm just making a place to live. Okay. And then this is a storage area. I don't have anything in these yet, but they're there when I want to. Okay, so then you have the final bit, which is the tower. The tower was originally where I was going to enchant, and I at one point had a mod called Minecraft Witchcraft, or called Witchcraft. But okay, so don't do anything with this information, okay? But, of course I missed a step. Whatever. The mod is a little confusing, okay? And there's a Discord for it, but it was the politeness wasn't there that I was expecting from anyone. Like, there was a lot of very rude encounters that I saw when I was looking for help. So I decided to remove it and add the origin mod instead. Okay, so heads up, I'm not gonna leave my property during this, but this is my garden, and I've got some crops down here. I grow wheat and cotton mostly because I'm figuring out how to do the cotton. Look at the baby. Okay, so as you saw, those sheep are my guard sheep. Okay, so these are Ovis Atre. Ovis Atre come from the Nether. They came with me. This is the 2nd and 3rd generation because there was an incident when we first arrived where the fence, first of all, was not existing, so I had to very quickly put one up while desperately trying to keep them trapped by distracting them with the sheep in here. And then they were able to escape my fence as you went around because it's a very rocky, mountainous mountaintop. And so they could just escape. Besties, what are you doing? Don't do it, ho. Okay, it's not too bad. Look, they yearn to kill these guys, and these guys like to tease them by walking up and putting their face near them. They're crazy. Anyway, so there was a great escape, and I had to go and kill the invasive species before they killed all the local livestock. That was chaotic. That was very chaotic, to be honest. In that time period, a creeper blew up my house 3 times while I was building it. Very upsetting. So this is the portal that malfunctioned. It's since been fixed because why not? But who are you? Okay, yeah, you're 2nd gen. Only 1 sheep survived that because he did not escape, so they became known as Houdini in honor of the 1st generation that got nerfed. You can get wool and milk from these. I have Ovis Atre wool in my house somewhere. I haven't gotten milk yet because I haven't gone to make glass bottles or anything. They're great. They sometimes hunt down Endermen, which is fun when they pop up. Let's see. What else do I need to yap about? Oh, now I'm probably wondering about my hydrogen jellyfish. So this is Ho.
Are you streaming?
No, I'm just recording.
What are you recording?
I'm testing to see if Minecraft will record.
Oh.
Basically, so I'm giving myself a long period to like actually see if it records.
You want to be a Minecraft YouTuber?
No, maybe. So this is Ho, the hydrogen jellyfish. Originally Ho was not named, and there was 2 of them. And then one escaped the glass somehow. I'm still not sure how. And I punched it by accident, trying to push it back in. And it blew up. And so did the other one. So this is the 3rd iteration. Nope, 4th. Because then I rebuilt it and put a new one in. And that one just vanished. I think it despawned, but who knows? Not me. They appeared here, and I love them now, but Ho keeps making me think it can escape. And I know it's kind of small, but like, look, y'all, it can move. And I filled an area with lava, so it's fine. And then the striders are just there. They're all called Munchkin. Oh, the striders are important to the lore of the witch of this house. So this witch was born in the Nether as an avian, lived near a piglin village, which, by the way, towns and structures and clutter work together to make better villages and stuff. It's great. So I'll show you that village at some point. I definitely stole from like one of the towers to make my house, but that's okay. Anyway, so there's a lot of zombified piglin at that village. And so the idea is that this witch was trying to fix the zombification. I hear an Enderman. It's raining, of course I hear one. Oh, also the sheep don't like it, hence why they're called hydrophobia. They will probably hide under here and in their shelter back this way, which I'll show you as I keep talking. So yeah, they don't like water. So I've got 2 little shelters for them. This one is fully built. The other one has not been fully built yet. Oh no. Oh, right. Zombified piglin. So in the process of that happening, that ended up here, the striders are kept because the graying and like weakening is similar to what happens with zombified piglin. And so this was the attempt to explore that. It's okay, they'll forget about it. Yeah, it happens. Anyway, I can sleep while this is happening. So in the process of figuring that out, number one, they actually figured out how to make death not like impact them, hence the keep inventory. And they still study them while they try and figure it out. I'm thinking maybe the process of fixing zombie villagers will also be helpful, but we will see when we get to that point. Okay, so the house itself is built out of reed blocks, which are made from this, which is like nether sugarcane. Okay, so I'm trying to decide if I want to show you and tell you about Loom or go to the nether first. Let's do the nether first, so then I just come back out and go straight over, and then I can show you how I still haven't killed the ender dragon because I'm bad at it. Oh, I can also show you chicken. If chicken still lives. I don't know if chicken still lives. Chicken! Chicken still lives. So chicken was an accident. I was in here doing various things and accidentally spawned chicken. Chicken has not figured out how to get to the overworld yet. But I gave it some dirt over here. And we'll see if it ever grows more than the dandelion. Ugh, ghast. I hate them. I haven't worked out how to do happy gas things. Am I wearing gold? Yes, okay. Okay, so the village is down this way. Oh, that's a magma cube. I need to leave. Nope, I need to leave. Thank you. Okay. So, the village is over here. Let me go take my little pathway. And it works out because I can show you what a naga looks like without actually having to remember the way, because it's past the warped forest in that direction. There might be a couple over here too. I don't know for sure. We'll figure it out. When I'm tired of the nether, I'm just gonna pitch myself into the lava to get back. That's fast travel. Look at that firefly. Aren't they cute? There's also weird little floating skulls that will attack you, which is annoying, but it's okay. I don't think I'm high enough. I think I gotta be up there to get to it. 1 second. If I see a naga, I'll point it out to you. I never realized that was there. Also, I've found a couple portals in various places. That one is one of such ruined portals. Oh, good. Okay. So, this is one of the things built with towers. I think it might have been built with better nether, but I'm pretty sure it comes from towers. In addition to clutter. And so, I didn't want to go through the house, whatever. Alright, and so this one is made of warped wood and Sensenite, which is a clutter edition, I believe. It might be better nether, who knows? Which is a metal you can get here. I'm pretty sure it's clutter because clutter added the lantern. Okay. So, isn't it cool? Look at these towers. So this is like the equivalent of a piglin village. Which, by the way, there is an enchanting table this way. That's very nice. See? A bone thing grew through it, but the enchanting table is very nice. What would I get? Efficiency, silk touch. Ooh, silk touch. That's good to know. Fortune 2. Okay. What could I get on my diamond? Efficiency, silk touch. Okay. Good to know that this one gives you silk touch. I didn't realize that. Oh, I need to get rid of this. Hold on. There you go. That's the house I took apart to build my house because I wanted the bone blocks. But, it's okay. No one lived in it. There's nothing in it. My original path came from this direction because I was not an avian and couldn't just fly down. So I built a single block long path while I was figuring it out. Yeah. Okay, so I wanted to show you guys the naga. Hopefully it shows up, and it might even kill me, which will save me time, but it's fine. Okay, so over there is a respawn statue, which is a thing that comes from one of the mods. I don't remember which. But you give this guy, like, glowstone, and 3 glowstone, and you can respawn here. Which, to me, is a symbol of, Crystallis. Where is it? I ain't getting caught unaware. Okay, so, to get to the... You go here. This is where I got the Ovis Atre from. They came from over here. I hear it. Hold on. There it is. You see it? The Naga? Ah! It got me. Yeah, it gives you wither. It's up there. I'm not here for it. I'm trying to see if I can give y'all a better look. There he is. I saw him for a second. You can see his tail. Wild, right? I thought it was really cool, but they freak me out, so. And they don't like when I take the eggplants, which I need a couple more of. Actually, I need some other ones too. It's fine, I just need these to feed my sheep. I like how the Naga got itself treed. I think that's funny. It deserves it. I've gotten killed so many times just while trying to collect plants. See, okay, so the Naga live where those willow tree things are. Those are called willow trees, by the way. Oh, I need to go up here so I can get over it. Okay, I want to see if I can get another willow tree. Maybe. We'll see. This is probably how the Naga got over here, to be honest. If I die, I die. It's fine. I don't know why falling tree isn't working. Oh, that's not my computer. There we go. I'm also very fond of the willow torches. I don't know who that is. I'm not picking up. Look at the firefly. Okay, so smokers, great. I love them. Good environmental creation. The magma cube is coming. There it is. It's fine. I got what I needed. At least one more willow sapling. Let's go plant it before I go to sleep. And then I can run over to Loom's. Because there is technically a bed there. Where do I want to... I'll grow it over here. There. Eggplants, by the way, look like this. And if you jump on them, they break and give you wither. See if we can make it over there before all the mobs start coming out. Nope, they've already started. Okay, so this is Loom's place. Love Loom's place. The trees grew really chaotically. I didn't realize they did that. And the neon cactus. Oh my word, you don't even know. So Loom is a tailor. So Loom makes armor. I haven't figured out what to do with silk yet. I'm going to. I know there's objects I can make with it. I just have to actually explore it. And Loom lives above the shop. So here's where Loom lives. Little tiny kitchen. Little desk to work at. Enchanting table. A stool. And then the bedroom is up here. So according to Lord, Loom is a spiderling, an arachnid from the Origins mod who grew up in the end, so technically they don't need the ladder, but since Loom doesn't actually exist and I come up here, I added a ladder. Loom has this lovely thing to sit and hang out and watch the silk moths, which are the pink moths that flutter around. None are up here right now. Usually there are. You might be able to see them from up here. There they are. So they only live in the flowering areas. Goodness gracious, they're coming. So they live around here and make silk. You can collect from their nests with shears. Okay. I don't think any moths live in there right now. But that's okay. They're downstairs. Oh, I included this as like an extra counter. I think that's all I got. I want to skip the night, so I'm gonna go sleep in Loom's bed. Loom won't care. Loom and Leap are together. Yeah. Okay, let's go. So back there is the dragon tree. The dragon tree creates a really deep shadow, so it can be annoying. And they, of course, can survive under this deep coverage. Had to make sure there was no creeper, because creepers have lived over here. What the heck? I didn't do anything to you. Anyway. Of course they live near here. Okay, so cool thing with better nethers, you get these cool plants. This is called needleweed. It hurts if you step on it. And this is called merkweed. Look at the merkweed. Isn't that cool? I think it's wild. I've not survived very long when I go there. This is the silk moth. And their nests are all around here. I need to get up there. But yeah, I've got a bunch of them up there. The idea is that Loom wouldn't have to climb up ladders and such, or vines. So that's Loom's house. Loom is not an ecologist. Oh, I love this. It's so cool. This is a neon cactus. I'm about to kill the whole thing because that... I don't like it. They grow so fast. This is their... Lindfish pond. Loom's special snowflakes. And cotton that Loom grows. Now, I don't know if the endfish attack, so I try and stay out of the water, to be honest. I think we're good. Come on. Where's the willow torch? I did it this way specifically because I know it's dark, so I figured I definitely just heard a creeper somewhere. I freaking hate creepers. They take so much of my work away. And sometimes I just don't want to deal with them. Nope, no, I'm not doing it. The creeper can come out here and fight me. Come here. Away from Loom's house. I'm tired of filling in creeper holes, okay? Don't judge me. Actually, or judge me, I don't care. Great. I like all the little pathways. I think the end things grow in such a cool way. I enjoy it. But the dragon tree makes a lot of really dark shades, so they grow here a lot. Yeah. There you go. All lit up. So that's Loom's house. Now, if the mobs appeared in my yard, I would hope that the Ovis Atre would kill it. I don't know that they would. Let's see if they want some rotten flesh. Who wants it? You do? Have some rotten flesh. But, oh, I forgot the last thing. So Loom has a very strict be nice to customer service workers policy. And those who don't get to take an unexpected vacation. Into the end. Y'all, I'm gonna die so fast. So what do you think? Do I leap off into the void or do I face the Ender Dragon? We can face it for now. I thought it was mad at me. Shall we pick a fight with an Enderman or actually attempt to fight the Ender Dragon? Because both are an option. I have no bow right now. Hey, bestie. Nice. Let's put myself at it again. So I can respawn. Oh, they're mad at it. That's kind of funny. Well, I just live here now. Okay, well, I think that's everything. I'm gonna go back to my house now. Because as nice as Loom's is, it's for Loom, not for me. I'm gonna save at my own bed. The problem is that in the Nether incident, the portal incident, my my brewing stance got destroyed because it was a very delicate bit of magic. Okay, it's very delicate. It's really hard to take care of properly, and if you break it, it's kind of screwed. And the issue comes in that I don't know where the nearest bastion is. So unless I can find someone with one, and none of the villagers I've been to recently have one, I'm kind of out of luck. Anyway, so that's the world so far. I hope this recorded well and that my voice is clear and everything. But if it's good enough, I'll post it. If it's not, oh well, no one sees it but me. Have a wonderful day.